few hours ago, a popular Nigerian politician and former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode, also known as FFK, took to his official media page and alleged that Sweden and Finland are poised to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO). Femi Fani-Kayode said that World War III is about to occur as he revealed via his Facebook page, stating that the NATO troops are exercising in the western region of Ukraine and Belarus troops are on their borders to stop the NATO's threats. He, however, said that the Russians are destroying Ukrainian cities with hypersonic weapons. According to Femi Fani-Kayode, he said Sweden and Finland are poised to join NATO's massing troops and conducting military exercises in the Black Sea and nation west of Ukraine. Belarus's mission troops are on the borders to counter the NATO threat. Russians are using hypersonic weapons on Ukrainian cities. World War III is loading. Looking at what Fani-Kayode said, he believes that the war that is going on between Russia and Ukraine might result in World War III. Okay. I think since this man Femi Fani-Kayode they come to APC, he's not really been active. If you notice, everybody knows that. For as many who have not really been taking notes, you take notes, just take a look at when this man joined APC. He has declined in saying much about Nigerian matters, and if you look at it critically, you see that he's always talking about Ukraine, this and that, US, UK. He's always talking about them more, though it is not every time. He doesn't come up all the time to talk about them, but he has not even been saying anything. So anytime he just comes up, he talks about international news, international happenings in other countries. But meanwhile, we have a lot on per second issues arising on a daily basis in Nigeria. Unlike this man, where while he was still in PDP, this guy, he was always on, he was always everywhere. But now, he's now eating from the table. He cannot talk. He has to observe table manner. Well, if I thought what he's saying from his own point of view that it is going to be World War III that is really loading, for based on what has been happening, but our concern now is that this man is now interested in what is happening in Ukraine, in other international arena, than what is happening in his home, which we have a lot. You can imagine. Just imagine when Fani-Kayode was in PDP and this time around we are having these issues with APC. This guy, he will just be on social media. He will be online. He will be on the news every time. Be releasing big English. But as it is now, he has been shot. He has shot himself on the foot. He has been silenced. At times he just speaks once in a while. And anytime he comes to speak, maybe if he feels like say some things, of course, he's always like to be on the fence. People are always asking, Fani-Kayode is still in this country? Really? This man with his parrot mouth. So now I think the best for him now is just to concentrate on international news, international affairs, than what is happening in our country. Because what is happening in our country, it is what we need to really tackle compared to what is happening in other countries. Of course, they might have a effect later, but the immediate effects, the immediate problems that we are faced with are the ones that are here that we need to tackle. But nobody's even speaking like him. He used to be the one, he was the favorite of many Nigerians because some people do not even like him, but he's always saying the truth and always stand on the truth. But all of a sudden, he has joined them. Just like some people will tell you about Femi Adesina that we are seeing there, that when before he was given this position, you could imagine what he could be saying had it been he was not part of this government. But now, in fact, that one is even his own is even worse. His own is even worse because what he's saying is so annoying that he at times he contradicts himself. Okay, since Fani-Kayode is telling us that as Sweden and Finland both to join NATO, that there's going to be that World War III is loading because Belarus massing troops on borders to counter the NATO threat. That one, a lot of people are not even interested. Of course, you might want to. Initially, when the whole thing started, people were like, "Oh, what is happening? What is happening?" But as it is now, everybody is losing interest because you have to come back home. Well, everybody, just say one or two things about it. But once it comes to what is happening, what affects you on a daily basis, you should begin to shelve those ones and begin to talk of the happenings in your own country that affect you more. Yeah, what will make it World War, Fanekayode? How many countries will join Russia apart from Belarus? Both countries are sovereign nations. They can decide what to do and what not to do. Russia should never be supported to be coercing forcefully any sovereign nation. America and Britain always use diplomacy to woo sovereign nations to their side on any matter, but Russia behave like thug and power-drunk nation, taking what belongs to neighboring countries by force. This should not be. And frankly, this should not be putting fears in the minds of the people. This man, what is your problem with war in Europe? Exactly. Exactly. FFK, you don't even have a business with NATO countries. Bring solution that will solve Nigeria banditry problem. Exactly my points. Exactly what I'm saying. Even if the one that is immediate, like I said, is a deliberate act. In case you don't know, it's a deliberate act for him to try to share what is happening in Nigeria and be talking about what is happening in far Europe. Of course, it's a deliberate act. Do you think we don't have enough issues here to talk about? We have, but because he has soiled his hands in the mud, it will be difficult for him to just come out. A lot of nonsense happening now. Like I said, if this man was to be in a PDP, oh my God, he would have finished them. Whether they coerced him, whether they forced him, or he was just pretending all this while, or they were trying to, he was trying to make sure that this issue of what is it called, the issue of the corruption cases against him, because a lot of even forgery against him, allegations of forgery and what have you against him. Maybe he has seen the end of the whole thing and he just decided to say, oh, you know what? Instead of me to be fighting for Nigerians that are just there, they will take care of themselves. Let me be able to get out of this whole thing. But you think that case will be swept? Will be swept under the carpet? It will not be swept under the carpet. A time will come that the Pharaoh will not know, the new Pharaoh will not know Joseph again. That is the mistake these people are making. They always want to be on the part of the ruling party every now and then. That is what they are concerned. That is what they are here for in this life. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.